Yo, what's good, y'all? You done back again. This time tackling a Hajime no Ippo greatness subject. Now, if you on this video, you most def need to be caught up to the manga. You probably should be a hardcore Ippo fan. Alright? If you're not, I don't know what the hell you're doing here. Honestly. Now, here's the thing with this video. I considered dropping a vid about Makunouchi Ippo's retirement before. Honestly forgot. I'm like, do I really want to do this? Do I not? There's other videos to do. Other things came up. But then I got asked by a few cats, that I know. Cool with. John Redden, Jakeem Gamble, Devin Jackson, Lachlan, aka Lord Legender. Be going by plenty of names. Anyways, I was asked by them to give my thoughts on this. And I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do a video because it kind of ties into videos I've done in the past, honestly, about Ippo. Now, here's the thing. Makunouchi Ippo is still my favorite character in the series. Believe it or not. Even though I seemingly give shade and critique for those of y'all in, the Ippo group, Google Plus and such, and people I talk to about Ippo. I critique him partially because I love him and partially because he needs to improve. Been said that. He's way too rudimentary, but we'll get to all that. I've talked about it before. But on simply the retirement, it needed to happen. It really needed to happen. He needs a reset. He needs to refocus. He needs to understand what time it is. Remember, he would not cross into the land of monsters. Takamura, he told him, yo, in that world, it's a land of monsters. Also, Ippo never had the belief to be a champion. See, it's one thing to have capabilities and potential. It's another thing to have the right mindset. As we say where I'm from, get your mind right. All right. Ippo never had that get your mind right. He never had anyone really talk to him and hammer it home. Yes, he's humble. That's good and all dandy. But you got to have a bit of savagery. You got to have a bit of cockiness. Not that you have to be a savage, but you got to have that. We're talking about the pro fight world. We're talking about the world-class stage, bro. Show me one champion, especially a long-reigning champ, who didn't have a bit of savagery and who wasn't cocky. You got to have some cockiness. You got to believe you can be better than any man. You got to believe you can beat anybody. Even though you probably know you're not going to beat certain people, you got to still believe it. It's just like going out on the corner of the field, right? And you know that you about to get run through sometimes because you got an inferior team. Look at LeBron James if you know basketball. He knew he didn't have a squad to compete with the Warriors, but what did he still do? He still went out there and balled. Alright? Plenty of times, plenty of examples. Sometimes you get upsets, but very rarely. And I love that Ippo keeps it real. But Ippo never had the right mindset. Also, here's the thing. He already said one more loss. That's not a good sign, fam. You can't be going in, one more loss, I'm done. You can't be having that kind of mentality. You have to be focused on what you do. Dude, he's only had 3 L's. Tres. Yes, you can say, well, it's 24, is it 21-3? I'm trying to remember. Dude. Kimura has more L's. Aoki has more L's. Shoot, how many L's does Itagaki already have, bro? At least 2. I think he lost his pro debut, and he lost against his rival. Right? And for the featherweight champion. The Japanese featherweight title. Sindo has 2 L's to Ippo by himself. Mashibo has an L. Does Miyata have an L? Vorg has an L or 2. You feel me? Like, L's happen. Unless you wanted a rarity. Even Muhammad Ali, who many, including myself, consider the greatest of all time, has, I believe, 3 L's? Yeah, I believe it's 3 L's. I know he lost to Big George Foreman. He lost to Ken Norton. Oh, no. He's got more than 3 L's. Is it 4? 5, excuse me, 5. He lost to, Big George Foreman. No, he beat Big George Foreman. Jeez, I'm slipping. He lost to, Smoking Joe Frazier. He lost to Ken Norton. He lost way later in his career, Larry Holmes, and shoot, I forget the other 2, but he's got 5 L's. Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. is undefeated. You had Rocky Marciano undefeated, but many of the greatest legends took L's. Sugar Ray Leonard has an L, or 2. Sugar Ray Robinson had L's. Archie Moore had L's. Like, it's part of the game. And the thing is, this one was devastating because of how he lost. It was a return match. But here's the thing: you're fighting against contenders, world class contenders, and Antonio Guevara, world class contender. Everyone he lost to was a respectable L. It wasn't like he didn't go out like on Buster, bruh. Like, he threw them hands and he went out strong. He went out very well. He lost against Date Ag, who put in work against Ricardo Martinez, world champ. So it's not like this first loss was, he lost the featherweight championship belt, the Japanese featherweight championship belt. He lost to a vet who's one of the best technical, if not the best technical fighters we've seen in the series, right? Then he loses to Metzley, right? Alfredo Gonzalez, who's only really lost to Ricardo Martinez once again, who the dude is, if he's either number 1 or number 2 ranked contender in the featherweight division. I'm just saying. And Antonio Guevara, he beat the Magician, who Ippo barely beat, bro. So come on now, y'all. Come on now. Now, with all that being said, I think Ippo needs to recalibrate. His mom already said that he's going to be back, bro. It's obvious. He's not done. Right? I still say he needs a new trainer / coach. Kamagawa, he's good, but he's not going to get you to that next level. He needs Takamura. Some have said Date Aiji. I propose that as well as a possible option. I think he needs to travel abroad. I think they all do. You have Miata's evolved by traveling abroad. He's the OBPF champion, right? Freaking Sendo Takeshi, the Mexican killer. It would make perfect sense if he traveled abroad, especially in America. Vorg won a world championship because he traveled abroad. So, come on, Ippo. You need to get outside of Japan. He needs to challenge some of these other contenders. He needs to rework his. I've been said he's too rudimentary. He's outdated. Dude, he's so outdated that his junk looks like he's from the 1920s. He doesn't even have, if you're in a group with the Ippo group, you know that I've linked videos from the modern martial artists to show that he's not even doing the Dempsey role properly. Jack Dempsey did it way better. From the Smash, you can look at examples of, I know Jack Dempsey had his thing going. I know Jake LaMotta was a certain type of way. You can look at freaking Rocky Marciano was a way. Iron Mike Tyson. All these legends. Ippo has a lot of ways to go. He's got a lot of skills that he's developed that he just needs to harness. He needs to go back to the basics. He needs to learn the fucking jab. He needs to learn a jab, bro. He needs to learn a jab. He needs to focus on the techniques. Start mixing up his combos. Head, body, body, head. Also, yes, he's shorter, but there are ways you can be an infighter. Look at one of the, if not the greatest all-time infighter in history, Julio César Chávez, who I'm not a fan of, but I put respect on the man's name. Go watch some Julio César Chávez as an infighter and tell me Ippo can't learn from that. Go look at Iron Mike Tyson's infighting. Go look at Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s infighting. Go look at Sugar Ray Leonard's infighting. You even have outboxers who know how to infight. Muhammad Ali knew how to infight. Sugar Ray Robinson knew how to infight. Rocky Marciano knew how to infight, even though he's not an outboxer. All the legends, they know how to infight. Ippo limits himself. He's got to get his mind right. He's got to stop limiting himself. This was much needed. He needs to focus. And his girlfriend, they pretty much together. She needs to be the one to kick him in the butt and say, yo, go do this. She needs to stop acting scared. Be like his mom. Learn from his mom. Learn from Mrs. Makunouchi, my woman, right? I think my 4th favorite female character of all time. Love me some Mrs. Makunouchi, man. Need a woman like that. Anyways, he needs to get right, man. Man, this whole punch drunk situation. It's because his fighting style is whack, bro. If he didn't have the knockout power, look at, we have a couple examples in this, right? You have, remember that way back early fight where the guy had no power but he fought Ippo to hell. He was an outboxer. He was like a smaller version of Kimura. He was young. I think he went on to be, was it the junior featherweight Japanese champ? I'm trying to remember. He was one of Ippo's early fights. Y'all can go back. Ippo fans know what I'm talking about. The dude who could just jab. He had no power though. Ippo, every fight, he's never going to distance. He's never going to be on 8 rounds. He's never going to be on 8 rounds. And not only that, this dude, it's just knockout, knockout, knockout. And he loses by knockout. Like, that's bad. He takes way too much damage. Yeah, his head movement's pretty good. His footwork, massively could need improvements. That's part of the problem. When he jab, he should be able to switch with bang, bang, bang around. Look at Muhammad Ali. Look at Sugar Ray Robinson. Look at Sugar Ray Leonard. Look at Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. Look at Rocky Marciano. Even guys who aren't known for footwork. Look at Iron Mike Tyson, bro. Look at Big George Foreman. Look at Lennox Lewis. I could go a whole list of fighters. Just look how they turn fighters. Look how they press fighters. Yes, he got the pressure aspect, but there's a lot that he does not have, bro. He don't know how to fight out of the corner. He don't know how to really push his opponents in the corner. He throws these power shots. Sendo is a better fighter. What he could do is he could learn from Sendo. He could learn from Miyata. Like, what he needs to do is he needs to go back in his mind and learn from his rivals, bro. Learn Mashiba's jab. Yes, it doesn't have to be a flicker, but learn the jab. Like, maybe this is what he needs to do. What something like Naruto should have done. He needs to go around and he needs to train and he needs to learn. This is why Date Aiji, it would be perfect, because Ippo, he has the power, but he needs his technical aspects. Right? Takamaru would be beautiful. Even though I have my criticisms of him, he's just a street fighter with a lot of power. He's not even, as far as a street fighter, he's not technically, but he at least knows how to box. Even though I have my critiques of him, and he relies too much on his power, like he's Kizaru Borsalino, Admiral Kizaru Borsalino from One Piece, who relies too much on his devil fruit. At least Takamaru actually knows how to box. Ippo doesn't really know how to box, bro. Like, yes, he's won, but look at a lot of his wins, bro. He's not even the best end fighter truly in Japan. The Okinawan fisherman was. Just saying, bro. Just saying. Ippo is not even the best in his own generation. In the headhunter generations, I'd like to say. He's not better than Sendo. He's not better than Miyata. He's not better than Mashiba. He's not better than Vord. He's not better than what? Like, he's either... No. He's better than Mashiba. That's because Mashiba only has 3 techniques. He's got the flicker jab, he's got the chopping right, and he's got the rising uppercut. Or the chopping uppercut, whatever you want to consider. All I'm saying is that this was good for Ippo. It was good for his career. Other guys have come back from retirement. It's not uncommon in boxing. All right. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts. I would love to hear what y'all have to say. All right, y'all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.